We had been waiting for this day. It has finally been signed by the US administration. Finally, Shiba Inu can begin its long-term project. This isn't just any project, however. Shiba Inu may soon eliminate several zeros in pricing as a result of this. What's going on? And why is the choice made by this administration so important to Shiba Inu? Let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Actually, Shiba Inu are having a really hectic day. Yes, the pricing was lower previously. Now, however, it is slowly making its way back up. This is when things get crazy. The Shiba Inu community is going crazy, yet the price is just now starting to rise again. Social media is exploding with enthusiasm. It seems like something significant is simmering under the surface, and everyone is revved up. In the best manner imaginable, it's chaotic. Here's the thing then, the US government recently made a surprising move. They enacted a groundbreaking measure that might ultimately establish cryptocurrency's standing at the government level. This rule isn't just any rule. We're talking about a significant step that will finally give cryptocurrency the credibility it deserves. This is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. There is increasing conjecture that this could be very optimistic for Shiba Inu in particular. Nobody anticipated this at all. The recent news release is spreading on like wildfire. A significant question is now circulating the Shiba Inu community. Is there a connection here? Will Shiba Inu ultimately take to the skies as a result of this government action? Hold on now. Alright, you may be asking, but what about the cost today? Is it responding to all of this already? In fact, one expert dissected it, and it made perfect sense. He clarified that Shiba Inu is now well over this crucial pricing point. It is a support area that has previously served as a price trampoline on many occasions. In essence, buyers have continuously intervened in this strong sector to stop it from falling any lower. Additionally, we may be headed for a huge breakout if that support holds. This isn't about little maneuvers. Shiba Inu may reach previously unheard of heights in the next target range. Something that may awaken the market as a whole. Everything seems to be coming together at once. Support from the government, incredible community spirit, and a strong technical chart setup. It's the type of formula that may set off a chain reaction. Shiba Inu may easily break through the next major resistance zones and start a new chapter if momentum continues to grow. What just took place then? The crypto world was suddenly rocked by a huge event. The Genius stablecoin bill was just approved by the US Senate. Yes, the nation's first formal framework for regulating cryptocurrency. This is a historic occasion. It's no longer simply discussion. This is genuine government activity, which significantly increases the credibility of the cryptocurrency industry. That's a big victory. It demonstrates that the need of a true crypto policy is now being acknowledged by both major parties. Senator Bill Hagerty was the bill's sponsor. It was formally titled the Genius Act, which stands for Leading and Developing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins. Its main goal is to provide unambiguous regulations for stablecoins, fiat-pegged cryptocurrencies, whose value is intended to remain constant. In essence, this measure establishes the structure for more regulated stablecoins that are secure, dependable, and accessible to the general public. It prioritizes investor protection and makes it possible for the U.S. financial sector to implement it widely. This is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. The Treasury Secretary's office, presently headed by Scott Bessent, will now take control over stablecoins. Thus, this is a more efficient and targeted strategy. Here is the weird part, however, and here is where Shiba Inus come into play. You may recall all the rumors and updates regarding Shiba Inu releasing its own stablecoin if you have been a part of the Shiba Inu community for a long time. Yes, Shiba stablecoin is the name of that project. It has also been a part of the long-term plan for Shiba Inu's growing ecology, even if it is still in development and has not yet been given an official release date. Shiba stablecoin will strive to be anchored to only 1 cent, which is much more flexible for the Shibarium system than typical stablecoins that are based on the dollar. Its objective, as a fundamental asset in the network's market and a valuable tool for DeFi and payments, provide price security within the Shiba ecosystem. And now that the Genius Act has made it possible for stablecoins to be regulated, Shiba stablecoin seems to have found the ideal opportunity. Shiba stablecoin may become both feasible and powerful because to this law. So why is this so important to Shiba Inu? Because Shiba stablecoin might immediately become legitimate in the US market when it is introduced under the fresh regulatory clarity. There won't be a token that appears out of nowhere. It will be a stablecoin with a legitimate basis, more practical use cases, more cooperation opportunities, and above all, a greater demand for the whole Shiba Inu ecosystem result from this. This is how the price action is related to it. The core of Shibarium may be a reliable, legitimate, and functional Shiba stablecoin, which would drive transactions, lock up liquidity, and increase the usefulness of all other coins in the system involving Shiba Inu itself. Demand for Shiba Inu may increase as more individuals use Shiba stablecoin and Shibarium. Thus, there will be more purchases, holders, and yes, burns. The final outcome, demand is higher than supply. And that's how you begin removing zeros from a cryptocurrency price chart. Therefore, although this measure may seem to be all about government control and regulation, for Shiba Inu, it might be the start of something really explosive. We're discussing more than simply the news. We are discussing a route, a genuine, lawful, and controlled route for Shiba Inu to advance to a level that the general public may at last respect. At the moment, the government may be unwittingly providing Shiba Inu with the fuel it needs to soar higher than anybody could have predicted, because the stars are aligning. The most absurd portion comes next. The consequences of all of this are already being felt at this very moment. Shiba Inu's weekly transaction volume recently reached a new high. More than 16 trillion Shiba Inu coins have flowed over the network in the last day alone. It's more than simply large. That is enormous. You may get enthused by this sort of volume surge. Usually, it signals the beginning of something significant. A spike in institutional interest, a rise in network activity, or the intervention of whales. Everyone believes that there may be a bullish development going on below. The price of Shiba Inu is only managing to stay above a critical support level. It's on the verge of collapse, attempting to avoid slipping. Although there is a lot of volume, the price isn't reacting as we would want. Usually, it indicates that there is bleeding under the surface. Here's the twist, however. A shakeout like this, it often occurs before to a significant event. And that's precisely why things seem different in this case. Just now, the Genius Bill passed. With actual crypto laws, the US is at last taking action. Additionally, this law is quite significant for stablecoins, as we have said. Shiba Inu is developing kindness, in particular. Thus consider it this way. Whales very likely know what's coming. They always get things done before the news becomes widely publicized. The bill has been viewed by them. They are aware that regulation has arrived. Additionally, they are either moving into new roles or making room for the next step. Because things might quickly change if the Shiba Inu stablecoin is placed within a legally recognized and authorized structure in the United States. Increased usage of Shibarium, new collaborations, and institutional entrance. All of it results in increased utility, increased demand, and ultimately reduced supply due to fires. This sell-off then? It's not over yet. It has to do with placement. Before the breakout, there is a storm. While the rest of the globe is just now discovering how big this bill is, it's as if the market is quietly resetting the chessboard. The Genius Act changed more than just the cryptocurrency landscape. It could have subtly triggered Shiba Inu's next major surge. The pressure is increasing. And once all is said and done, Shiba Inu could be prepared to take everyone by surprise. However, what do you think of this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up to see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.